Welcome to Business Turnaround, your go-to podcast for insightful strategies on managing companies in decline or distress. I'm your host, Marek Niedźwiedź from XR Capital, and today we are diving into something that every business in trouble eventually has to face, changing from within. Let's get it started. I've worked with plenty of struggling companies, some in manufacturing, others in care, retail, logistics, you name it. And one truth always shows up. Turning around a business isn't just about fixing the numbers. It's about shifting the culture and the internal systems that allowed the decline to happen in the first place. In fact, if all you do is patch the finances or slash costs, but you leave the same broken processes and mindset behind, you are just kicking the can down the road. For a company to truly come back and reach sustainable recovery, something deeper needs to happen. It usually starts with processes. In many of the companies I work with, nobody really owns the process anymore. Over time, shortcuts have crept in. People do things the way we've always done it, even if that way no longer makes sense. Roles are blurry. Accountability is loose, and inefficiencies go unchallenged. That's why one of the first things I look at during a turnaround is the operating model. How does work flow through the business? Where are the bottlenecks? Where are the leaks? And more importantly, who is owning what? Fixing the process gives structure, but it's only half of the story, because even the best process can be ruined by the wrong culture. And culture, that's the invisible engine behind every successful business, or the hidden rod behind every failing one. Now, let me be clear. Culture doesn't mean pizza Fridays or beans bags in the break room. Culture is how people behave when no one's watching. It's what gets rewarded, what gets tolerated, and what gets ignored. If your culture tolerates blame, silos, or apathy, don't be surprised if people keep their heads down while the business crumbles around them. During a turnaround, you have to be bold enough to reset that culture. You have to raise the bar, communicate a new standard, and it starts with leadership. People take their cues from the top. If the leadership teams avoid tough conversations, the rest of the company will too. If leaders say one thing and do another, you can bet that cynicism will spread fast. In my own turnarounds, I've often had to make culture change a daily habit. That means showing up consistently, reinforcing key behaviors, and sometimes making tough decisions when someone's attitude or mindset no longer fit the new direction. Here is what I've learned. Sustainable recovery doesn't happen until you shift both systems and mindset. You cannot bolt on excellence. You have to build it in. And yes, it's hard. Change creates resistance. Not everyone will like it. Some people will leave, others will fight it, but that's okay, because once you start aligning your internal processes and culture around clarity, accountability, and action, you will notice something powerful: momentum. People step up, communication improves, decisions get made faster, and slowly confidence returns. So, if you are in the middle of a turnaround or thinking of starting one, don't just chase sales or cut costs. Get under the hood. Look at how your business actually runs and the mindset of the people running it. Because real turnarounds don't start with a spreadsheet. They start with change. Change in how people work, how they think, and how they show up every day. Thanks for tuning in to Business Turnaround. I'm Marek Niedźwiedź. If this episode hit home, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, turnarounds begin inside. Until next time, stay focused, stay sharp, and keep turning things around. Bye for now.